Buenos días, señoras y señores. Guten Tag. Hello. As you can see, I have been bang on busy. This is a never-ending job, all right? So last night, got the old Google out, a couple of the different, every search engine I could think of. Every single search engine, right? And I went through all of the logical pyramid theories and then jotted them down onto the boards here. That's one of my favorites, that one there. So as you can see, it's just, even when I'm not busy, I am super busy, right? That's quite a good one. Rather unlikely, but so there you go. All of the logical pyramid theories. Look at that. See? It's good, isn't it? It's so simple, yet so effective, okay? Then on the other board, right, what I did, I went out, got the telescope out last night, straight through the clouds, right? And all of the visible stars, I went through every single star that I could see that wasn't there, all right? Now, you try doing that with a telescope, and it's on a cloudy night. Every single star that I could see with that telescope that wasn't there, right? And what I did, I made a list of them. So that's basically all of the stars that you'll see that are radiating light at a rate of 299,792,458 meters per second. They're all there. All of the ones that I could see that weren't there. Well, you know how they say, you see a star, but it won't be there because it's taken billions and billions and billions of years for its light to reach us, right? So there are all those stars. I made a list of them, right? Again, it's so simple, yet so effective. Don't know what I should do. I'll do an update every day. I'll do a star update. I mean, the pyramid theories, once it's done, isn't it? Look at them. That one, these two, my favourites, right? But I could do the star, I'll do the star update every single day, right? Just a quick scan, see if there are any more stars that I can see that aren't there. And then I'll add them to that list. Now, we have a very strange system, very illogical as usual on this planet. See, what you do is, we're talking about the pyramids now, okay? So we've got the pyramids, right? I'm going to write on this board, so I'll draw the magnificent pyramid over here. So we've got these pyramids, right? Clearly impossible, right? Out of the ballpark impossible to build. For the Egyptians with their copper hand tools, really, really impossible, right? So there's three of them. So what happens is they're not that close. Perspective, got to get different angles, different perspective, right? They're so impossible, you shouldn't even be talking about it now. But what happened back in the day was a group of people, they got together and they said, right, we know that these structures predate everything we know, which is inconvenient because there's certain institutions that don't want that big pyramid, that bunch of pyramids, outdating. That, no can do, no sir, right? So what we're going to do, we'll start to tell everyone that copper-wielding Egyptians built them 4,500 years ago. So they huddled, made a plan, and they started to teach the impossible. Now, the teachings went on and on and on until it stuck, right? Then, a few years later, present time, okay, a few of us smart addicts come along, right, giving it the large one, and we say, excuse me, those pyramids, not by the Egyptians, it's impossible. Whoa, all the people that have been taught this, straight away on the defensive. Whoa, what do you mean the Egyptians didn't build them? Yes, they did 4,500 years ago, okay? And we say, kind of no, it's impossible, right? The big one in the middle weighs the same as 65 aircraft carriers. Stop being silly. Copper hand tools. But no, you stick to your guns, don't you? And you say, show us the evidence that they didn't build the impossible. Huh? Did you get that, right? They're clearly impossible to build, clearly impossible. We mention that, and then your reply is, show us the evidence that they didn't build the impossible. It's kind of like they're fucking behind you. See, there's big, that's your evidence, but it's not enough, is it? You actually require proper evidence from us that the impossible wasn't done. Now, that's a funny way to do things, isn't it? But it is the way it is. This earth, they've got everything upside down and back to front, all of it. So we've got the pyramids, yeah? Pyramids. We're gonna venture over to South America just to add a few. So we're gonna do Machu Picchu. I've been there. Machu Picchu, but I was too young to appreciate where I was. A shame. I went right to the top. It was an excellent couple of days, mine. Stonehenge. Easter Island. Nan Nopol. No? What is it? Nan, what is it? Nan Nadol. Nan Nadol. Nadol. Right? What else have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably more. We've got the big one. Baalbek. This will do, right? In Lebanon. Now, let's see what happens here. Okay, so we've got pyramids. So let's do this. Machu Picchu. 50 tons. Stonehenge, I do believe the heavies are 30 tons. We've got Easter Island, we've got 86 tons. We've got Nan Madol, 30s to 50 tons. And we've got Baalbek, Lebanon. 1,650 tons. Not being moved too far. Now, what we're going to do, don't look, close your eyes. All right, you can open them now. I said, close your eyes. 2 points. Right. Now, the idea of this, right, is to see if anybody can spot a pattern. Is there any kind of a pattern there that anybody sees? Right? See all that weight? There is no explanation for how any of that weight was shifted. Those of you that love the absurdity of the pyramids, that's my favourite theory down there. You kind of shimmy away, you duck and dive when we ask you about how the stones were cut out of the quarry, the first stone. There's no logical answer, but that doesn't seem to matter. So we'll up the stakes a little bit. What about the 80-ton granite? Chunk of granite, 80 ton. There's some 25s in there, I think. A 40 maybe, right? Don't quote me on that, but the 80, 25, ton of granite. How on earth did that end up? It's not the king's chamber because it had nothing to do with the Egyptians, but that's what they call it. Why? How did an 80-ton granite rock end up there, right? It doesn't seem to matter, does it? None of it. None of these things seem to matter. Machu Picchu, the heaviest stones up in Machu Picchu, right? And they had the marching powder, didn't they? The Peruvian marching powder. All right. Juan, rack 'em up again, Juan. This one heavy. Huh? Not pushing anything anywhere. There is no logical explanation. Stonehenge, look. 30-ton bricks. Maybe. Just maybe. Okay? Easter Island, 86 ton. 86 ton. How was that moved? People saying, well, there's records. There's records there. It's obvious that it happened. No, it isn't. That is like the pyramids. Somebody comes along with the inventory, don't they? Ah, what's this? Look what somebody's found. They've only gone and found one of the deliveries of the stones. That's it. That proves the pyramids, doesn't it? That's how silly we are, isn't it? We have a totally impossible structure that weighs the equivalent of 65 Nimitz-class aircraft carriers. Impossible. 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 Impossible, right? But we have a drop-off. What's that? 682.5 ton stones. Abdul Kalim, what's that? Lucy, 3 people unloaded. Loads of stones. This proves that the Egyptians built the pyramids. That's how silly we are. Easter, 86 tons. Nan Madol was talking to somebody just yesterday about this, which is why I brought it up again. Everybody knows that they were carting rocks back and forth on boats. Everybody knows that. I didn't know that, right? I didn't know that. Especially not 30 to 50 ton stones. How does one put a 30-ton stone onto a boat? There's no machinery, right? How? There's no explanation for any of this, no logical explanations, right? That's why all those theories, look, and here, all of them. That one's not bad. There is no logical explanation for how this stuff was moved about. But people don't seem to care. All they say is, well, look, they're there. They did it. Wrong, right? You're being a little bit silly. Baalbek in Lebanon, there is a rock, right? It's been carved out, quarried out, but left there. 1,650 tons. How does one go about cutting that out? Look, all of these things are so stupid. To think that just a few thousand years ago, these things, what is it that you guys don't see, right? And then we come along and we point out these things to you, and you want evidence. You want evidence. You're not giving any clear evidence for any of this stuff, right? But you defend it. You defend it like you own it. Maybe some of you have, talking to a couple of you that are really quite like, no, it did happen. You haven't got a degree in this. Don't tell me you've got a degree in Egyptology. No, I'm not going to get the books out, right? But, oh no, is that why some of you are defending it? Oh no, the one degree I've got, and they're going to diss it. Sorry, you should have thought about it when they were telling you the Egyptians built the pyramids, shouldn't you? Right? Ridiculous. So that's that. No explanation, yet you want an explanation, you want evidence. Now, the Mars control rooms. I was giving away an all-inclusive, hypothetical hypothetical trip to Mars, 4 people, all paid for, and none of you got it, right? None of you got the logical answer to each of those what seemed like live transmissions going back and forth. We had curiosity, we had insight, and we had perseverance and ingenuity. One of my favourites, perseverance and ingenuity, all the cables and everything's haywire and all that stuff. What is the logical answer for why we are seeing live, what seems like live interactions between the control room and spacecraft that are just about to land on Mars, when there should be a minimum of 3 minutes one way, 3 minutes back, depending where that's the closest, I think, Mars and Earth. When they're at their closest, it's something like 3 minutes one way. It can get as far as, I think, 15 minutes, maybe 14, 15 minutes. So that's 14 that way, 14 back, right? Half an hour, but no. And yeah, this is the Mars lander. We are priming engines for landing. Go. Yep, we have visual. We have a visual. Yep, venting. The machine is venting. Yep, and it is moving according. Yep, everything is panning out just fine. We're going to slow down. We are now slowing down to 60 meters per second, and we have vented some more. And oh, the chute has just opened. Yeah, we've slowed right down now. The chute has opened and it's working. And we are about to start the sky crane maneuver. Now, all this happened in about a minute. It's live, bang, bang, bang. But one single bounce would take, let's go on the shorter side. 3 minutes, boom. 3 minutes back. 3 minutes again, 3 minutes back. That's 12 minutes for just 2. So why the instantaneous on every single one? Why? Where is the logical answer? Mars control room. And then, as if the transmission absurdity wasn't enough, they cheer at the end of it. Yeah, we've landed! Oh, and they are loving each other. Get a room, y'all. Get a room. It's a kids program. Kids are watching. Kids are watching, man. Kids are watching. Children are watching. Children are watching. Children will believe that stuff to be real, right? Children will see, they will love it. They're landing on Mars, for crying out loud. There's people cheering. What? Ingenuity. What? 60 flights, 60 plus. Oh, there's an absurdity. The children are watching. There is your logical answer. The charade was for the children. I tell you, it's the only logical answer. It's like a dormant insurance policy, right? How young? Tell me if you did not have young children, or you were at a friend's house and this was happening. All the children were going to Mars. Is this Mars, Mama? Is it? You really? Not cemented, but whoa, we are talking. We will not forget the day they landed on Mars when I was a kid. And then 20 years later, he'll be on that keyboard. We fucking did go to Mars, man. And there'll be somebody going, no, you didn't. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid. I saw it, damn it. He who controls the children easily controls the future. Because when you have the children believing certain narratives, stopping you to stick. When you can get the children to believe narratives like this one, it sticks. Plus with everything else, a bit of man-made climate change thrown in. Well, that's it, peeps, for now, all right? But that is your logical answer. He who controls los niños controla el futuro de la planeta. Alright? Alright, peeps. I will be back with some more goodies. I'm liking that theory as well. That's a good pyramid theory. That one. Alright. Later, peeps.